Hey guys, welcome to our first episode of Shots Con Las JoYas. I
Yay.
am Jody. This is
Chuy from Nivel.
Yeah. The reason for our podcast, JoYas, Shots Con Las JoYas, is Jody, Yaya. So it's like
Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why we started this podcast was because we wanted to challenge ourselves because we are very introvert. And I feel like we all are very introvert. So we specifically chose Chuy as our first guest to break the ice. So here we are, first episode.
Thank you for inviting me, Jody, Yaya. I'm really appreciated for y'all. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Chuy.
Hi, Chuy. You are definitely one of my favorite artists in música mexicana right now. But I also know you personally. We're in a group chat. We talk every day. You're kind of like my brother. I consider you
Thank you.
my brother. And I know that we all struggle with major social anxiety. So this is our social
This is our social experiment.
to try to get over. This is our project. But my question to you is, how do you struggle with social anxiety? I know you personally, so I know that for a fact. How do you deal with that on stage? Because I feel like y'all shows are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So how do you deal with that when you're on stage?
So on stage, I feel like I'm more zoned out, more into the music. I try to interact with people, but I'm zoned out. I'm really not too shy. But when it comes to being out here talking to people, I'm a little bit social. I have a little bit of social anxiety, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Is there anything that you do to mentally prepare, or certain music or things that you do before like you go on stage?
I just be breathing.
Not the breathing. Take
That's
a shot.
it.
Breathing
Yeah.
in and out?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For a shot.
Oh, yeah, we got to explain the premise of the podcast. So if any of y'all have seen Hot Ones, it's one of my favorite podcasts. But we wanted to do it with tequilas that we don't normally drink. Like, we all drink Clase Azul. We all drink Casamigos Reposado.
Don Julio.
We all drink
42,
70. We all drink the
70.
same thing. So we wanted to try out new things. Which I think we should start with. We've tried Lalo's actually my favorite tequila right now, obviously Casamigos, but
I think we should try this one.
you want to go with the first one?
That's tequila?
Yes,
It sure is.
Don Ramon.
Okay, let me get a shot real quick.
Yeah, he's...
You're gonna pour us up?
Yeah.
Pour us up, girl.
Pásame tu vaso.
Hold on, this might be a little uncomfortable. Let me move this. Okay, so Chuy, I have a question for you. Out of all your songs that you've written, first of all, for people who don't know you and who are watching this, you guys literally have hundreds of millions of streams and views on YouTube. Like, y'all's numbers are really kind of out of the ballpark. I think y'all's top 5 just on Spotify, I think y'all are like over 200 million just in y'all's top 5. So y'all have a very loyal fan base. Out of all your songs that you've written or co-written, what is your favorite and why? Like, what does that song mean to you?
Actually, my favorite song from us is Adueñarme. I did not write it, but I was part of the whole production. It's one of my favorites because it just has a different feeling. And it's our top song on Spotify right now. It has 80 something million.
I looked, it has 97 million.
97.
Oh, 90 something? You see, I haven't even
Yeah, it's got a
updated
lot.
it. Yeah.
A lot.
So y'all checked?
We sure did before we got here.
You know, I be checking the stats.
You know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think it's Adueñarme. But something that I wrote, I don't have a favorite.
Who wrote Adueñarme?
Brian did.
I figured out.
Yeah.
Brian is another member of Nivel. He's an incredible songwriter.
Mm-hmm. He's actually one of my favorite songwriters.
Yeah, he's a great songwriter for sure. Shout out Brian.
Shout out Brian.
Y'all ready to take
Take a shot for Brian.
What is it? Don Ramon.
It's the Don Ramon.
Don Ramon?
Yes.
This is for Brian.
Yes.
Brian.
Cheers
Shot.
to Brian.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. It's actually pretty good.
Really good.
Bro, I've had Don Ramon Reposado and it's actually pretty good, but I've never had that one.
What, Chuy? You're confused.
It has an extra flavor.
It has lavender.
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 Lavender, yeah, it's a
That
lavender.
shit fire.
Yeah, it's
That was
nice.
actually really good.
That shit's better than Lalo. And Lalo's my favorite.
Did you just say it was better than Lalo?
I love Lalo, but that was actually pretty good.
That's insane.
Joe, do you have a specific question for El Chuy?
So right now in los tiempos de ahorita, who is your favorite artist or who do you look up to when it comes to la letra, pues de compositor?
I think Hasil Nunez.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually a really good composer, and I like his music a lot. He's been helping Peso Pluma. He's helped other artists I know. I think he helped David Santos. He helped him with Ay Mira Que Perfecta Está. Yeah, that's a really good song too. I love his music. He's really good. But aparte de eso, I think I like Luis R. Conriquez. I just love that man, bro. He's the shit.
His energy is everything. His letra is fire, but his energy, I feel like really brings the. What about you, Jody?
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite artist right now? My favorite artist is Junior H.
Yep, I knew it.
My favorite artist.
I absolutely love Junior H. I've always liked him. He's always been my favorite artist. Hasn't changed.
I agree. Junior H is definitely number one I think everybody just loves Junior H and his persona. He's a real one for sure.
You, Yayis?
I love Junior H, but I think what's got lost so much in a lot of the blogs that I've seen and a lot of like the podcasts that I'm watching, people get so caught up on like what's popular like right now and they want to talk about that. But like for me, like I really, really love listening to underground artists who haven't popped yet, as I know all of us here do. I think that's like we really love music, all three of us do. And my favorite, not to plug in my own artist, but Ari from Ascenso Recio. This motherfucker he's how old is Ari? He's 19?
He's 19.
He's 19. We actually met. Me and Jody met. We're besties.
Yes. So can I tell them how we met?
Yeah, tell the
like
story.
a little long story short.
Yeah.
So one of our friends, Miguel, he had reached out to me because he wanted me to be in a music video. And I was just like, okay. So I drove to Houston and he came up to me. He's like, hey, can you go tell that girl that's in the white Escalade if she wants to be in the video? So ahí voy yo toda, yeah, sure, I'll go. And then I knock on Yaya's window and I'm just like, hey, do you want to be in the music video? And she was like, girl, no. So ever since then,
we've been besties since that day.
Yeah, like maybe like a week later, you started following me on Instagram, right? Yeah. And then we went on vacation together and we just been two peas in the pod ever since.
But it was on Ari's video set. It was on
it was La Ramona.
With Clave H3. Shout out all the Houston artists. There's so many Houston artists that are just popping and I really fuck with them. But definitely, I think as far as underground, somebody who's not like super lit right now, I love Ari. I think this kid's letra is fire. He's from Tamaulipas. I feel like there's nobody from Tamaulipas who's like putting on for Tamaulipas. And I feel like when we debut him, I feel like he's going to turn up. Do you have a favorite underground right now?
Favorite underground? Man. Not right now. I used to have favorite undergrounds. Not right now because they're on top.
Yeah, they done work their way up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think all of like our favorite undergrounds, I think they're in the spotlight right now. Mm-hmm. I think, Jody, you were the first one to tell me. Man, Jody has told me about. I very much pride myself on knowing what is poppin' in music, especially música mexicana. Like I blogged about it for years, and I think, Jody has told me about. So Jody was the first one to tell me about Peso Pluma.
2 years ago.
But when he was still like just kind of chilling, she told me about Javi, he's with Interscope right now.
Oh yeah, he's with Interscope.
She was telling me about Javi, bro. She would just call me singing this dude's song, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear the song anymore. Like, stop.
You like Javi?
She loves Javi. Yeah, she likes his music a lot. You're the first person to tell me about Marca Registrada. Yes. Yeah, Jody really got that. She got that underground ear, so I really value her.
Whenever I would be at Yaya's house, like I'll just be playing Javi's music. She's like, bro, you need to find another favorite song. I'm tired of listening to this shit.
Please.
And I'm no, I love it.
I mean, I don't know if I should ask this, but do you like Javi?
I like Javi. Yeah. He's cool. I think he's really good in front of the camera. Like, he knows how to sing to an audience and to a camera, and I think that definitely makes him charismatic, and it sells you know,
Yeah.
it sells. But he's also very nice. We met him at the
Spotify event.
event.
Oh,
Shout
okay,
out,
yeah, I did see he was there.
shout out the
Yeah.
homie DC over at Spotify. Danny's another
Oh
person.
yeah, my boy Danny.
We got to shout out Danny, dude. Danny's another person who he really puts on for underground artists. Like, he's going to playlist you. He's going to look out. He's going to make sure you're straight. He's really, that dude really does it for the music. For real, for real. So shout out Danny.
Shout out
But
Danny.
he put together a Spotify event in Houston, La Tierra del Corrido, right?
And the lineup was
The
fire.
lineup was fire. The lineup was Luis Conriquez, your favorite.
Yes, sir.
Javi,
Right, man.
Esteban Gabriel. Damn, who else was on it?
Chino Pacas.
Chino Pacas.
Marca Registrada.
Marca Registrada killed it. I think Panther was supposed to be on it, but I think
Panther, yeah,
something
but-
happened. He probably just wasn't able to make it for whatever reason. But it was cool. There was a lot of other grupos that were there, like Primos del Este were there. Who else was there?
Edición especial.
There's a lot of
There
people
was
there.
so many people there.
Yeah, it was who's the really big influencer? Oh, Itati Lopez was there.
Itati was there. Wilito was there.
There was a lot of people there.
a lot of people there.
A
The whole
of
TikTok community.
the whole TikTok
Type.
community.
Yeah. Type.
A lot of ¿cómo se llama? A lot of influencers and a lot of grupos from Houston too who are.
Lalo Gone Brazen wasn't there?
No, he wasn't.
yeah, no, he
I mean, I
wasn't.
didn't see him, but I don't know if he was there. I don't think so.
Yeah, he might have been.
What you got going with Lilo Gone Brazy?
Nah, he's that dude. He got it. He got it popping on TikTok.
Yeah, he does have a problem on TikTok. I was like, damn, y'all got beef or what?
I'm
Nah,
like, what
okay.
do you have to say about him?
Nah, he fucks with our music. He likes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He shouts us out.
Y'all want to try another shot?
Yes.
Which
I was
one?
waiting
I'm
for you
not
to
ready.
say that.
You're not ready?
Yes, you are.
Let's do
This
something
one?
easy.
Can we do this one?
Well, we've never tried that one. I think we should save that for last.
Okay, then the Casa Free
Because that looks
Coast
kind of
over
crazy. Y'all want to do the Casa Amigos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do it straight out the bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
there. All of it?
Half of it.
All right, half.
Here you go. Y'all, Nivel's manager, Almighty, he's just sitting in the
Almighters.
background. Almighty, the first time I met, let me tell you how I met Almighty. So Almighty had reached out to a promoter that I was working with in Houston at the time. And he ended up coming to host a club that we were doing that night. And Almighty was just faded, dude. Almighty was so faded that I told Chuy, I was like, dude, y'all need to stop working with, like, he's not. But now I love Almighty so much. And Almighty gets to the bag. Almighty's gonna reach out to every club promoter in town. He's gonna get to the bag. I fuck with Almighty so tough now. But me and Almighty started off on, we had a rocky start. But he's just sitting in the background just hating.
Just hating, bro.
Almighty, you wanna come on camera or not really?
Yes.
Come on.
Come on.
Look, aquí
Real
hay un
quick, real
espacio
quick, real
para
quick.
ti, mijito.
RQ. Ándale, mamón. Hey, wait, where's Almighty shot?
I look good. I look good.
Here, we'll split this one, Almighty.
Okay.
Damn, big boy. Okay, you want to split it?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it. Let's run it.
Y'all ready?
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Salud.
Salud, salud.
Cheers. This is the Casa Amigos,
Los amigos blanco.
Blanco.
This ain't half.
Just take it.
Damn, Chuy, ¿te acabaste todo?
Not everything. We love
Almighty.
tequila.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, was good.
As a manager, I think there's a lot of people in the music industry. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in general, a lot of young kids who are coming up right now and who love music. And you're a manager for one of my personal favorite groups. What is something that is challenging for you as a manager?
I don't really see it as challenging, but I've been with the group for 2 years. I actually started with them, not started with them, but I was invited to one of their shows in Atlanta. And it was like a little commotion and like we pulled up deep. We pulled up like 20 deep, like 5 vehicles coming from North Carolina. Atlanta's like 4 hours.
Not knowing them though, right? Y'all
Yeah,
didn't
not
know each
knowing
other
them.
yet. Okay.
I was with my brother. Not brother, but like, you know, he my dog. Shout out my boy Allen, you know what the fuck going on. But I had got invited from a friend of ours, and he invited me. And so we went, there was a lot of people, and I just seen like the group, they got caught in a phase where like they didn't know what to do. People were getting on stage. And I was like, you know what? Like, this might be an opportunity. So like, I started pushing people, like, not pushing, but like waving people off stage, give the artist some space.
Big almighty, don't play with him.
And so like, after that, after the show, we just had a good time. We went back to the Airbnb. They stayed there. I went home, and then they had a show in Dallas. And Chuy had hit me up, and I had hit him up. And I was over here blowing his phone up like, yo, like, am I going with y'all? Can I go with y'all? Like, do y'all need me? Or like, do y'all even want me to be there with y'all? He's like, yeah.
My dog was hungry.
He was like, let me pick y'all up. Let me pick you up. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So, we were driving to Dallas, first time meeting them and just having a good time, And then I just saw the opportunity, took it. I actually started working for free for them for a while. And then my boy Chuy started seeing, I guess, the dedication. And he just gave me the opportunity, and we just kept going from there. And then we never really came to an agreement to where, like, I'm the manager, but it's always been, like, that respect with us two and the whole group.
Like, it just happened naturally?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so after that, I mean, I'm new to it. But, like, as a kid, shit, I used to rap and shit, and I've always wanted to be, like, in the music industry, whether it was rapping or, like, doing something with it, So, like, I took the opportunity, and then we just kept going from there. They were with a record label. I ain't gonna speak too much on it.
Actually, wait.
Matter of fact.
No, but hold on, wait. Let's, on some real
Right.
shit, I fuck with my boys at DMG. They have never shown me anything but love and support when I was first really kind of getting my foot in Música Mexicana. Shout out DMG. Me personally, I got nothing but great things to say about them. However, sometimes as an artist, the situation just doesn't work label-wise.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a lot of people who wonder, like, hey, I see it in the comments all the time. So this is why I'm asking you. You were with DMG. Y'all did crazy numbers. El Flash did, what is that, 40 million on YouTube right now? El Flash was actually the first, I'm going to be honest with you, El Flash was the very first song to me that I felt like, somebody was like rapping on a Música Mexicana track, and it wasn't corny.
Yeah.
The lyrics were hard. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, who the fuck is this? And then I looked it up, and I was like, Tony, Loya, Nivel Codiciado, who are these kids? And I remember I listened to it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and y'all streams reflect that. But y'all are with Lumbre now. Shout out Ramon, shout out Brian.
Briancito.
What?
Pura Lumbre Music.
Yeah, shout out Lumbre Music. How did that I'm trying to ask you this properly because I fuck with both camps, and I know y'all do too. But how did that switch happen? What made sense for you guys for that switch to happen? And I feel like it's okay to be transparent with no disrespect to any camp involved, by the way, because we all fuck with everybody involved.
The way we did it was the guys, we read the contracts and there was a little mistake. We just wanted something better. They treated them well. But we were in California one time and we had already passed like the lawyers and seeing what's up with the contract, and they finally say, you know what, let's settle, y'all do y'all thing. It's all love over here, all love from us. We had this song called Todo a su tiempo, and
Banger, by the way.
we were in downtown LA. It was the whole group, some of the homeboys, and I don't know how it went. Did we hit him up, or did I hit him up? And
It's not even that. The whole thing the whole thing was from whenever we started.
oh yeah, when we went independent.
Yeah,
y'all did go
Yeah.
independent. I
So
forgot
so
about that.
so we went independent by we started working by ourselves. But the thing was that Grupo Codiciado, aka Eric from Codiciado, he started threatening us. I guess you can say that he was gonna take our name, Nivel Codiciado. So we were already independent. All we wanted to do was just start an independent group, move by ourselves, drop music by ourselves. But the thing was that when Grupo Codiciado came in the picture with the lawsuit, that affected us. We started dropping music, and they took our music down. They took everything down because we couldn't show the distribution company that our name was registered under us. So that's when everything went downhill. The only people that were there for us was Lumbre Music. Lumbre
Yeah.
Music was the only one helping us, and I appreciate their help. I love Lumbre Music. You know, we're happy with them, and that was the switch up. That was it.
Yeah, we did that night. I don't know if they hit us up or we hit them up, and then they wanted to hop on the song. And that night we recorded 3 videos, like 4 audios. We went to work that night. We was on it.
But I think people like Ramon really is in it for the love of the music.
He
You know
is,
what
he
I
is,
mean?
and I can say that.
Yep.
And he's a real.
He a real one.
Yeah.
Nobody
He-
can
he
say
a real
anything
one.
different.
He a real bro.
He knows it. He knows
he
it.
the
And
homie.
everybody in the
Yeah.
industry knows it for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, he a good one. He my dog. We kicked it off good. It's sweet. We went to work. They just kept. There was a lot of people offering us deals, even some groups, and we just like didn't feel right. We didn't feel comfortable. Like we just felt like people saw the opportunity and they wanted to take advantage. But when Lumbre came, it's like they tried. Like they were trying hard. Like hitting us up. They were flying to Charlotte, having meetings. We had like 3-4 meetings before we signed the deal. A couple partying, and then like this year in February we signed to them as a partnership. Next Level Music, which is a new
new venture,
new venture
a new
for
JV.
us.
I love that for y'all.
And so after that, like the rest is history. Like they treat us good. They make us feel like, well, not us. They make them feel like artists. And to me, that's like the main point. Like I feel like they shouldn't have to worry about much, but just write music and drop music. And I remember just talking Yaya head off like crazy. I'm talking about word for word, no second in between. And I could just, I couldn't even tell. I was faded. She over here got that little stank, ugly face again.
But mind you, this is at this time, I'm doing hella club bookings at the time. So I'm booking every like Música Mexicana artist at the time. I'm getting them booked over with Sticky. Anybody
Yeah.
you can think of. Shit, we had Junior H in set. I remember Ramon hit up Barf. For y'all that don't know, Barf is a videographer.
Yeah.
Everybody fuck with Barf. And Barf was like, hey, they're in town for SMO tour. They trying to go out. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna take them to JR spot over at set. Shit, we had shout out Alex, shout out Grub, shout out Junior, shout out Ramon. We had that bitch jumping, but set used to
We
go
was
up like
outside.
that. Yeah, we were outside.
We get to the club. Damn, VIP got like 5-6 bottles. These motherfuckers hand me a whole bottle of Don Julio. I'm over here gripping that motherfucker.
First
by
time
the
in
neck,
Houston.
chugging it, thinking like I ain't got to go home and go back to work and shit like that. Having fun. Next thing you know, I'm over here going crazy. My boy's about to go up and sing a couple of their songs.
I do not remember shit.
Yeah,
from that
you
night,
don't.
bro.
I remember everything.
I'm talking about, man, look, where I'm from High Point. I grew up in a ghetto neighborhood, only Mexican family. I'm talking about, man, I'm feeling like the top of the world. Ain't no motherfucker about to stop me. You know, I see people over here looking at me, and they give my eyes and shit. And one of our boys, I didn't know him that good at the time, but now he one of my boys. Shout out my boy Babyface. And we was over here chilling, drinking. He's just like, hey, fool, like, man, fuck these little rappers, bro. Like, hell nah. And he boosted my head. And you know, I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm on demon time, bro. Whatever's going down, that's going down. Talking to securities, and they like, no, bro, chill. Like, I'm like, nah, man, hell nah, bro. I don't give a fuck where I'm at right now.
Meanwhile, I'm going to security, and I'm like, yo, y'all got to kick this dude out. Get this dude out the club. I go to Chuy, and I'm like, hey, y'all need to fire this guy. He's bad for business. And I hate that I said that, because it's really my guy, and he really be handling business now. He really be handling business now. But that night, their first night in Houston, oh no.
We was lit, man. We almost walked out about to fight. I didn't really care who was bigger than me. I was on go. But like, it was cool though, cause like we had, you know, we met Yaya. We met new people, you know, and like it's always been told to me, and I've always known it's not what you do, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You feel me? And so that's how I did, and ever since then we just became close, and we all work together.
Yeah, we really, really, really are good friends. I think something for me that really like showed me how much like I really fuck with y'all and you guys really fuck with me. I had hit Almighty, and we have South by Southwest is the biggest music festival in the world, for those that don't know. It goes on for weeks, and I luckily am able to have retained the very first Música Mexicana showcase in the 37-year history of South by Southwest. And I hit up Almighty, and I was like, hey, I really want Nivel to headline. And there was no hesitation at all. You guys didn't even charge me to come and headline my show, and I will forever be grateful for you guys for that. That was, even though it wasn't a big show, to me that was a really, really big deal, because I felt like we were, Música Mexicana, we were really putting our foot in the festival. It was a really big
That's
deal.
all that matters.
Yeah,
though.
And we got a lot of press on that.
Yeah.
We got hella press on that. I think I was able to really like talk about the movement that was going on, and that was very important for me, and I will forever be grateful to you guys for that. I know it was out of y'all's way to come and do that.
Nah, and we appreciate the
We saw your vision.
Yeah. And
like I've always told the guys, man, like
can we talk about Abel right now, because sometimes I be and also Brian too. Dude, Brian is an incredible songwriter, and some of my favorite songs in the entire world are written by Brian. But can you guys come from a very, very, very humble background?
Yeah.
I know sometimes in the morning, for those that don't know, Abelito is Chuy's bandmate, but he's also married to Chuy's sister, for those that don't know. And sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm on TikTok like really early in the morning, and I see Abelito in the panaderia. Motherfuckers is still in the panaderia, like hustling, grinding, like making bread, dude. Literally making bread in the panaderia, and then goes and does a privada at night. So how do you guys balance that? You know, like it's just like you're still at the panaderia, y'all making that bread, but y'all got like this stardom in Música Mexicana. So it's like, how do you balance that? You know?
So for Abel, I really don't know how he does it, but I think it's easy for him. He has me. Mm-hmm. He has my sister, his wife, and he's good. But in my case, I have 3 kids, so it's pretty hard just to balance out the music and the family time and everything. So I don't know. I feel like it's been pretty rough right now, but this 2024 is our year. I feel it. I
think so too. I think there's a lot of people who really wanted to really know about you guys from y'all's perspective and y'all's mouth. Oh shit, we got y'all, we're running out of time. We got to take these last shots. What are we going to do? This one right here?
I say we take these big ass.
Oh, this one right here.
You need to get your big ass off the couch, because your time has expired, Almighty.
Skedaddle, Almighty.
Man, shout out to Las JoYas.
This is called Uno por favor. Uno por favor reposado.
Original.
This was being advertised all over the liquor store that I was at, by the way. So I'm just drinking half.
Cheers. Thank you, Chuy, for being here. Thank you, Almighty. Gracias.
That was actually really good.
I took those.
Oh, you're
Damn,
tripping.
Chuy.
It was actually really good. I liked it.
Yeah, it
Uno
is
por
good.
favor, it was good. I'm fucking with it.
It is good.
Have you all seen this in the liquor store? Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. It was actually pretty good. Chuy, any last words, any motivational words that you want to give to all the new upcoming grupos, kids,
I kind of
whatever?
do. I kind of do.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to throw shade at any record label, but be careful who y'all sign any contracts with. Be really careful because I feel like one of the reasons where we have taken some good music out is because we never signed to a big record label. We signed to a minor record label. They let us take our music anytime we wanted. That's the only reason why we're up here. If we would have signed with major record label Rancho Humilde, not trying to throw shade, but if we would have signed a Rancho Humilde, we wouldn't have gotten to where we at right now. They would have left us in the benches. They would have left us out there. And I feel like that's what happens with a lot of artists. They sign with a major record label. They throw two songs, one song out, and it doesn't hit. They forget about you. They leave you out there in the benches. And that's the only thing I want to say. I just want to clarify to people that you don't have to sign to a major record label to be out here. If you sign to just somebody that's trying to help you, somebody that's actually trying to be there for you, you know, trying to be there supporting you, somebody that actually believes in your creativity and your art, that's it. You don't need a major record label.
I agree. I 1,000% agree with Chuy. I think 99.99999 times it's best to really go independent or with a smaller label or somebody who can really focus on you and getting your content out and your music out. I think sometimes, and I'm speaking from an executive side of things. Sometimes I think the goal is to just sign as many acts as you can and just see who hits. And I get it because now that I'm growing in my role professionally, I completely 1,000% understand, man, I done put this much money in this artist and this artist and this artist and this artist
Right.
and who's going to hit. So I get it 1,000%. And I think that's why I've just gotten to the point where I'm just trying to see the good in everybody, each label, I get it. But I agree. I think you really have to just rock with somebody who you feel is right for you. In y'all's case, Lumbre was right for you guys. I love that for y'all. But definitely just make sure you read your contracts, even if it's your last dollar. And this is no shade to any label because if you know me, I rock with everybody. I have made amends with everybody in this industry. If they've done me wrong, Jody has been there with me every step of the way. I have made amends with every single person. But definitely read your contracts. Make sure that everything is right. You know, sometimes the people you think are just them motherfuckers, it's a lot of crazy shit going on behind the scenes. But I feel like I rock with everybody as of now. Jody, any last words from you on our first Shots Con Las JoYas?
Con Las JoYas.
No last words. How much time do we have left?
I think we're done. Oh, we have one last shot though.
Okay.
So when I went to the liquor store,
killing me.
Jody, you want to pour these up real quick so we can end this? Which one? The one in the middle, the big one. So when I went to the liquor store, everybody was ranting and raving. What is it called? Oh. Adictivo. Tequila. Y'all know we real Mexicans. We gonna try out every tequila in the.
We're over here sponsoring tequila. Just
On some real shit, I'm trying to get a Lalo sponsorship.
Yeah.
Lalo.
I'm
Wherever
about
you
to
at.
start. I'm about to start sending bouquets of flowers to y'all's offices. Please sponsor me, Lalo. Y'all don't understand. I tell all of my friends about y'all.
She really does.
I really do. Lalo, I love y'all so much, and I feel like y'all are real tequileros de Jalisco. So I really, please get at me. Let's go. Cheers,
Thank you so
guys.
much, Chuy, for being on our first
Thank you,
podcast.
Chuy. Thank you, Almighty. Thank you,
Cheers.
Nivel.
Shots Con Las JoYas.
Shots Con Las JoYas.
Part 1.
Part 1.
Stay tuned.
Thank you, guys.